Do you find yourself waking up more in the middle of the night? Maybe you have trouble falling asleep in the first place. Or perhaps you wake up feeling just as tired as when you went to bed. It's easy to brush this off, isn't it, to say, "Oh, well, that's just part of getting older." We hear that a lot, don't we? That idea that certain things, like disrupted sleep, are just an inevitable decline we have to accept. But what if that wasn't entirely true? What if what's really happening to your body while you sleep after 60 is far more significant than you realize, with effects that ripple through every part of your health and well-being? The shocking truth is, sleep changes aren't just an inconvenience, they're a critical signal your body is sending, and ignoring it can have profound consequences on your energy, your memory, your mood, and even how well your body fights off illness. But the good news is, you're not powerless against these changes. Understanding what's happening is the first step, and there are things you can do. In this video, we're going to explore the fascinating, and sometimes surprising, reality of sleep after 60 and uncover practical ways you can support your body through the night. You'll discover why those restless nights matter more than you think, and how improving your sleep can unlock a healthier, more vibrant life. Watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you about the power of sleep. So, let's really dig into what's going on when the lights go out after you've passed that 60-year mark. It's not just that you might be sleeping less overall. Although that can happen, what's fundamentally changing is the architecture of your sleep. Think of sleep not as one long, continuous state, but as a carefully orchestrated performance involving different stages. You cycle through light sleep, deeper slow-wave sleep often called deep sleep, and REM sleep, that's rapid eye movement sleep, where most dreaming occurs. As we age, particularly after 60, the amount of time spent in that crucial deep sleep stage significantly decreases. This is huge because deep sleep is like the body's major repair shop. It's when your body physically restores itself. Your tissues grow and repair. Your bones and muscles are built, and your immune system gets a serious boost. It's also essential for consolidating memories and processing emotions from the day. When you're getting less deep sleep, these vital processes don't happen as effectively. Imagine your body is a house. Deep sleep is when the builders come in to fix the roof, reinforce the walls, and check the plumbing. If they only show up for a fraction of the time they used to, things start to wear down. This reduced deep sleep can manifest in ways you might not even connect to sleep. You might feel physically less recovered in the morning, perhaps more aches and stiffness than you used to. Your body's ability to repair everyday wear and tear slows down. You might notice you're more susceptible to colds or other infections because your immune system isn't getting that deep sleep-powered recharge. It's like the security system isn't fully operational at night. Furthermore, the production and regulation of certain hormones are heavily tied to sleep cycles, especially deep sleep. Growth hormone, which is vital for cell repair and maintenance, is released in pulsatile bursts, largely during deep sleep. With less deep sleep, growth hormone release decreases, contributing to those slower repair processes we just talked about. Another hormone impacted is cortisol, often called the stress hormone. Normally, cortisol levels are high in the morning to help you wake up and low at night to allow you to relax and sleep. Disruptions in sleep, particularly fragmented sleep or insufficient deep sleep, can mess with this rhythm, potentially leading to higher cortisol levels at night. Chronically elevated cortisol isn't good. It can affect blood sugar, blood pressure, and even contribute to weight gain around the middle. It's like having a low-level alarm constantly buzzing inside you. So, the first major shocking truth is that the quality of your sleep, specifically the amount of deep sleep, is often changing dramatically after 60. And this isn't just about feeling tired. It impacts physical repair, immune function, and hormonal balance. Now, understanding this is key because it highlights why addressing sleep is so crucial. It's not just about getting more hours, but about improving the quality of those hours. One fundamental strategy to help support your body's sleep architecture, even with age-related changes, is establishing and sticking to a consistent sleep schedule. Your body loves rhythm. Going to bed around the same time and waking up around the same time, even on weekends, helps regulate your internal body clock, known as your circadian rhythm. This rhythm dictates when you feel sleepy and when you feel alert. As we get older, this clock can sometimes become a bit less robust, making it harder to maintain a consistent sleep-wake pattern. By going to bed and waking up consistently, you send a strong signal to your body about when it's time to wind down and when it's time to be active. Think about how you might train a pet. Consistency is key. Right. Your body's biological clock is similar. When you have erratic sleep times, late nights followed by sleeping in, or naps at odd hours, you confuse this internal clock. This confusion can make it harder to fall asleep, stay asleep, and achieve those deeper, more restorative sleep stages. It's like trying to run a train on a schedule that keeps changing at the last minute. The whole system gets thrown off. Making this shift might feel challenging at first, especially if you're used to a more flexible schedule. Start gradually. If you typically go to bed at 10 p.m. one night and midnight the next, try to narrow that window. Aim for a 30-minute difference initially, then tighten it further. The goal isn't military precision, but a predictable pattern. This consistency helps reinforce your body's natural sleep drive and its wakefulness signals. It creates a more stable foundation for sleep. Another crucial factor tied to setting this rhythm is light exposure. Sunlight is the most powerful regulator of your circadian rhythm. Getting exposure to natural light, especially in the morning shortly after waking up, tells your brain it's daytime and helps set your clock. Even on cloudy days, outdoor light is significantly brighter than indoor light. Aim for a short walk outside, or just sit by a window for 15-30 minutes soon after you get up. This simple habit helps suppress melatonin production during the day, making you feel more alert and ready for the day, and in turn, helps melatonin levels rise appropriately in the evening, making it easier to feel sleepy when bedtime approaches. It's like calibrating your internal timepiece with the sun. Conversely, limiting exposure to bright light, especially blue light from screens like phones, tablets, and computers, in the couple of hours before bed is just as important. Blue light is particularly effective at suppressing melatonin, signaling to your brain that it's still daytime, even when it's dark outside. Scrolling through your phone in bed can actively fight against your body's natural signal to wind down. Try switching off screens at least an hour before you plan to sleep. Read a book, listen to soothing music, or have a quiet conversation instead. This creates a clearer distinction between your waking hours and your sleep preparation time, helping to smooth the transition into sleep. So, we've touched on how the quality of sleep changes, affecting physical repair, immunity, and hormones, and how consistent timing and light exposure are fundamental tools to support your body's rhythm. But there's even more happening under the surface when you sleep after 60, especially concerning your brain. Moving beyond the physical repair, let's talk about what happens in your brain during sleep after 60, because this is where some truly fascinating, and perhaps concerning, changes occur if sleep isn't optimal. Sleep, particularly deep sleep and REM sleep, is absolutely vital for brain health, including memory consolidation, learning, and cognitive function. As we age, changes in sleep architecture, especially the reduction in deep sleep, can directly impact these processes. During deep sleep, your brain essentially runs a defragmentation and cleaning program. It processes information from the day, moving memories from short-term storage like the hippocampus to long-term storage in the cortex. It also clears out metabolic waste products that build up during the day, including beta amyloid, a protein implicated in Alzheimer's disease. This cleaning process is performed by the glymphatic system, which is most active during sleep. when you're getting less deep sleep. This cleaning crew isn't working as efficiently. This can lead to a few things you might notice. You might find your memory isn't quite as sharp as it used to be. Recalling names or specific details might take a little longer. You might feel like your brain is a bit foggy or that concentrating is harder. These aren't necessarily signs of serious cognitive decline, but they can be exacerbated by poor sleep quality. It's like trying to use a computer with a cluttered hard drive that hasn't been cleaned in ages. It slows everything down. The impact on memory isn't just about storing new information. It's also about emotional regulation. REM sleep is particularly important for processing emotional experiences. It's believed to help detoxify the emotional charge from difficult memories, allowing you to remember the event without the intense feeling associated with it. Changes in REM sleep patterns with age or due to poor sleep can potentially affect mood and increase emotional reactivity. You might find yourself feeling more irritable, anxious, or even low in mood when you're consistently underslept. Your emotional processing system isn't getting its nightly reset. Another common challenge after 60 is dealing with nighttime awakenings. It's perfectly normal to wake briefly during the night at any age. But these awakenings can become more frequent and longer as we get older. This fragmentation of sleep further disrupts the sleep cycle, particularly impacting the continuity of deep sleep and REM sleep stages. If you wake up and stay awake for 20-30 minutes or longer, it's like hitting the pause button on your body's nightly repair and processing work, and then having to try and restart it. What often happens during these awakenings is we start to worry. We look at the clock, calculate how little sleep we have left, and that anxiety makes it even harder to fall back asleep. This creates a negative association with our bed in the nighttime. If you find yourself frequently waking and struggling to return to sleep, one important strategy is to get out of bed after about 20 minutes if you're not drowsy. Go to another room. Do something quiet and relaxing in dim light. Read a book. Listen to calm music. Meditate. Don't turn on bright lights or screens. Only return to bed when you feel genuinely sleepy again. This technique, part of cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia (CBTI), helps break the negative association between your bed and wakefulness and reduces the anxiety around not sleeping. It retrains your brain to see the bed as a place for sleep, not for worrying or being awake. Beyond managing awakenings, creating a relaxing bedtime routine signals to your body that it's time to transition from the day's activities to rest. This routine should be something you enjoy and find calming. It could involve taking a warm bath or shower, reading a physical book, listening to a podcast, doing some gentle stretching or yoga, or practicing mindfulness or meditation. The key is consistency and choosing activities that help you wind down mentally and physically. This routine helps lower your heart rate, relax your muscles, and quiet your mind, preparing you for sleep. It's like a gentle off-ramp from your busy day. We've discussed the impacts of altered sleep architecture on physical repair, immunity, hormones, and now brain function, memory, mood, and cognitive clarity, along with strategies like consistent timing, light exposure, and managing nighttime awakenings. There's still more to uncover about how sleep after 60 interacts with your overall health, particularly concerning metabolic health and inflammation, which are crucial pieces of the puzzle for living well in your later years. Continuing our exploration of what happens to your body while you sleep after 60, let's turn our attention to areas like metabolic health and inflammation. These might not be the first things you think of when you consider sleep, but the connection is incredibly strong, and it becomes even more significant as we age. Poor sleep quality and quantity have been linked to changes in metabolism. Sleep plays a role in regulating hormones like insulin and glucagon, which control blood sugar levels when sleep is disrupted. The body's ability to use insulin effectively can be impaired, leading to higher blood sugar levels. Over time, this can increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes or worsen existing blood sugar control. It's like your body becomes less efficient at processing fuel overnight, causing it to build up in your system. Similarly, Sleep impacts the hormones that control appetite, ghrelin, which makes you feel hungry, and leptin, which signals fullness. Lack of sleep can increase ghrelin and decrease leptin, leading to increased appetite and cravings, particularly for less healthy, sugary foods. This makes maintaining a healthy weight more challenging, which in turn impacts overall health. When you're tired, your willpower might be lower, and your body is also sending stronger signals to eat more and store energy. Then there's the relationship between sleep and inflammation. Inflammation is the body's natural response to injury or infection, but chronic low-grade inflammation is associated with many age-related diseases, including heart disease, arthritis, and even cognitive decline. Research shows that poor sleep can increase markers of inflammation in the body. It's a bit of a vicious cycle. Poor sleep can increase inflammation, and inflammation can sometimes disrupt sleep. Getting sufficient. Good quality sleep is like giving your body an anti-inflammatory treatment every night. Considering these metabolic and inflammatory connections, adding certain habits around food and drink can make a real difference. While there's no single miracle food for sleep, focusing on a balanced diet generally supports better sleep. Avoiding heavy meals, excessive sugar, and caffeine close to bedtime is crucial. Caffeine, of course, is a stimulant and can linger in your system longer than you think, disrupting sleep hours after you've had that afternoon cup. Alcohol might make you feel drowsy initially, but it disrupts sleep architecture later in the night, reducing REM sleep and often leading to wakefulness. It's like borrowing sleepiness on credit and paying it back with fragmented, poor quality rest instead of stimulants or depressants. Consider soothing choices in the evening. A small, light snack if you're truly hungry is better than going to bed with a rumbling stomach. Some people find that foods containing tryptophan, an amino acid that the body converts into serotonin and then melatonin, can be helpful. Think a small handful of nuts, a glass of warm milk, or a banana. Herbal teas like chamomile or valerian root are also popular choices for promoting relaxation. But it's always wise to check with your doctor before using herbal supplements, especially if you're on medication. Hydration is also important, but be mindful of timing. Drinking too much liquid right before bed can lead to multiple trips to the bathroom during the night, disrupting sleep. Try to limit fluids in the couple of hours before bedtime, but ensure you're well hydrated throughout the day. It's a balance. You don't want to wake up thirsty, but you also don't want your bladder dictating your sleep schedule. Another element often overlooked is physical activity. Regular exercise is incredibly beneficial for sleep, helping you fall asleep faster and sleep more deeply. It helps regulate your circadian rhythm and reduces stress and anxiety, which are common culprits for sleep problems. However, the timing of exercise matters. Vigorous exercise too close to bedtime can be stimulating and make it harder to wind down. Aim to finish any intense physical activity at least 2 to 3 hours before you plan to go to sleep. Gentler activities like a light walk or stretching in the evening can be fine. Even helpful. Find a routine that works for you and stick with it consistently. Your body will thank you with better sleep. We've covered so much ground today, looking at the remarkable and sometimes challenging changes that happen to your body while you sleep after 60. We've explored how the architecture of your sleep shifts, particularly the decrease in vital deep sleep, and the downstream effects this can have on physical repair, immune function, hormonal balance, and even your brain's ability to consolidate memories and manage emotions. We've discussed how fragmented sleep and nighttime awakenings can disrupt these processes and touched upon the significant connections between sleep, metabolic health, and inflammation. But here's the truly surprising thing I wanted to share. While sleep does change with age, the severe sleep problems that many older adults experience are often not a normal or inevitable part of aging itself. They are often due to underlying, often treatable, issues or lifestyle factors that can be addressed. It's not just part of getting old. It's something we have agency over. Accepting poor sleep as normal means missing opportunities to significantly improve your health and quality of life. Think about all the things we've discussed: the power of a consistent sleep schedule, the importance of light exposure at the right times, strategies for managing those frustrating nighttime awakenings, the role of diet and hydration, and the profound benefits of regular physical activity. These aren't complicated, radical interventions. They are foundational habits that support your body's natural ability to rest and restore itself. Making these changes might seem daunting at first, especially if you've struggled with sleep for a long time. But remember, small, consistent steps can lead to significant improvements. Start with one or two things we've talked about today. Maybe it's committing to a slightly more consistent bedtime and wake-up time. Maybe it's making sure you get outside for 20 minutes in the morning. Perhaps it's turning off screens an hour before bed. Choose something that feels manageable and build from there. Listen to your body. Pay attention to what helps and what hinders your sleep. Be patient with yourself. Changing long-standing patterns takes time. And most importantly, don't hesitate to talk to your doctor if sleep problems are persistent or significantly impacting your daily life. Sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, and other medical conditions can contribute to sleep disturbances and require professional diagnosis and treatment. Getting help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Improving your sleep after 60 isn't just about feeling less tired. It's about protecting your brain health, bolstering your immune system, supporting your metabolic function, managing inflammation, and ultimately, enhancing your overall vitality and independence. It's about giving your body and mind the restorative time they desperately need to help you live your best life. Remember, you have the power to make a positive impact on your sleep and, consequently, on your health and happiness for years to come. Don't let the idea that poor sleep is just getting older hold you back. Understanding what's happening is the first step, and taking action on just a few of the things we've discussed can unlock a surprising difference. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. What are your biggest sleep challenges after 60? What strategies have you found helpful? Share your wisdom in the comments below. Your insights could help someone else. If you found this video helpful and empowering, please give it a like. It helps this information reach more people who could benefit. And subscribe to the channel for more videos dedicated to helping you navigate the path to vibrant health and well-being at every age. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself, prioritize your sleep, and live your best life at every age.